And it doesn't stop at Harry. There were other older women who took advantage of the teenage boys.
Alec, I think you're really cute.
Today, we explore the disturbing truth behind Harry's silence.
I would imagine you do quite naughty things. You seem like the naughty one of the group, if I'm honest.
Someone tweeted me, I wish I was the chatty man's sofa so Harry could sit on my face.
The audience laughs and it's all like, oh, it's normal to say this to this kid, but it's not.
Yeah, Harry was sexualized like that by fans, adults, and the media ever since he first became famous at only 16 years old. It started right at the moment One Direction was formed live on TV.
These guys are so cute and adorable. If you put them in a group, they'll be undeniable to the girls.
Absolutely. Yes! Because they look good together.
They're the cutest boy band ever.
But Harry wasn't really prepared for the conditions that came with the fame.
People forget because they look at you on a stage that, like, we still do the stuff that 19-year-old boys do anyway.
The thought of people thinking that I had sex was like, oh no, that's crazy. Like, what if they know?
There was this kind of morals clause immediately enforced in their contract.
You sign a morals clause? What's that?
It was a condition in the contract that demanded that the boys be on good behavior. So if Harry was promiscuous or acted in any way that went against the band's clean-cut image, they wouldn't have to pay him. But that morals clause apparently didn't extend to X Factor.
Which girl do you fancy the most, Harry?
Caroline.
The 17-year-old's been snapped leaving Caroline's flat at 9:30 in the morning.
He's a little bit younger than you, isn't he?
He's a lot younger than me. Hey, what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that at all.
Wait, she said there's nothing wrong with that, but he was 17 then, right? And how old was she?
31.
Yeah, that's not normal. Can you imagine if it was a guy reporter hooking up with a 17-year-old girl? Like, the amount of backlash that guy would face.
Yeah, and it actually doesn't even stop there. Remember Nicole Scherzinger, who chose Harry to be in the band? An unnamed source told The Sun that they had a secret fling when he was 19 and she was 35.
It seems to me like there's an imbalance of power there. Has Harry ever talked about how he felt about that?
He's very private about his past relationships. Harry was always concerned with having people like him, so when he was asked about it publicly, he seemed to just laugh it off.
I heard you have a thing for cougars, like older women. Tell me about this.
Sometimes.
Show me how he makes a move, okay? Hey, what's a cougar got to do to get a drink round here?
You've become very skilled at not answering questions.
I like to duck and dive.
And the media wasn't only obsessed over Harry's relationship with women.
Is your favourite traits that you look for in a lady?
Female.
Not that important.
Rumours that Harry Styles is gay or bisexual have been creeping around the internet for weeks.
It says you and Louis are a couple. There's pictures of you kissing.
When you're a teenager, you're going through so much. And yeah, sure, sexuality is one of those things, but like in general, you don't really know who you are.
Harry continued to just smile and nod, not wanting to ruffle any feathers, no matter how invasive the media's questions got. And it started to take a huge toll on him.
I was so concerned with people liking me that I would kind of give up too much space around me that would affect me negatively.
I've always wanted to be one of those people who didn't really care that much about what people thought about them. But I just don't think I am.
And as Harry struggled to please everyone, One Direction's perfect image started to crumble around him.
There was an argument backstage. One member in particular threw me up a wall. So I said to him, if you don't remove those hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never use them again.
Liam and Zayn seen here fighting on stage.
And when Zayn shocked the world by abruptly quitting the band in the middle of their world tour, suddenly Harry's world was turned upside down.
Maybe he could have handled it better.
Yeah, I think like it was a shame. If he'd come to us and maybe kind of discussed it a little more, we might have found a way to kind of do it a little smoother.
But Zayn wasn't looking to please everyone like Harry had been.
I realised I couldn't put any input in. I couldn't, give my opinion on this or that because it didn't fit the grain of what we were as a band, of what we represented.
They were the biggest boy band in the world, and it all came to a screeching halt. Then, just a few months later, another bombshell dropped.
I had my son when I was 23.
The mom was a judge on X Factor.
Yeah. Wait, they're talking about another X Factor judge?
Yeah, Liam was just 14 when he first auditioned for X Factor in front of Cheryl Cole, who was 24.
In other words, baby, kiss me.
I like you. I think you're really cute.
When I was 14, I was hot.
Yeah, it seems to me that Liam is like perhaps having a hard time processing that he had those experiences. So he makes jokes about it and sort of like using a coping mechanism.
And as Liam was going in that direction, Harry was trying to figure out what it meant to be himself.
And every decision I've made since I was 16 was as part of a group. I'm trying to work out who I am a bit, and I don't really want to like start f***ing it up kind of in front of people. I kind of started to feel like threads of where I could see myself becoming someone that I didn't want to be.
He knew he had to try and be himself and not worry about what people thought. But the media wouldn't even let him do that.
He sparked headlines after stepping out in his sheer blouse and pearl earring at the Met Gala in May.
I see you on red carpets all the time, and you're always wearing something interesting.
What do you mean, like a blouse or something?
Or a skirt.
When asked about his sexuality, he said, "It's not a case of I'm not telling you because I don't want to tell you. It's not, ooh, this is mine and it's not yours. It's, who cares?"
But when the pandemic hit and he was forced to take a break for the first time in his adult life, Harry realized that something had to change.
I think now I feel okay kind of putting boundaries up, and it doesn't matter if people want you to be that thing that they always loved about you, or they want you to be that person, because you're not that person anymore.
And the less Harry cared about what people thought, the more free he was to be himself.
I think there is a pressure that a lot of men feel about opening up about feelings, or feeling like they're supposed to have feelings, or all of those kind of complexities.
His partner, Olivia Wilde, said, "To me, he's very modern, and I hope that this brand of confidence as a male that Harry has truly devoid of any traces of toxic masculinity is indicative of his generation and therefore the future of the world."
It's a new tradition at his shows that he's starting to help fans come out.
The audience lit up with a giant rainbow flag.
Feeling like there's a space where people feel safe enough to have those big moments and obviously share them with a room full of people is probably one of the things I'm most proud of.